we are talking about, or we are learning programming in Java. So this video is about introduction to Java. The video is about introduction to Java. So I'm going to introduce Java in this video. So our topic is introduction to Java. So before we even talk about Java, we need to know about me. So I'm Thomas. My name is Thomas. I'll be your instructor for this course. I'm a software developer. I also do web designing, and at times I offer consultation service in terms of IT support. Currently I'm a trainer at Rifkin's College in Mombasa. Is one of the biggest colleges in Mombasa. I'm currently training there. I am a holder of a degree in computer science and some other diplomas. That's not really important. So for now, this class majorly is focusing on Java. We are going to learn Java programming in the Java language. So first things first, I'm going to offer the introduction. So Java is one of the most, or it is the most commonly used programming language. Basically, it's used by so many developers, and it is actually a language that was developed by a guy called James Gosling, who was working at Sun Microsystems, and it was developed in the year 1991, but it was not released until the year 1995. And after Java was released in the year 1995, it was later taken by or acquired by Oracle. So right now as we speak, by the time of making this video, Java is belongs to Oracle. So it is one of the most popular programming languages that is simple, it is easy to use, and also it has a feature called known as the cross-platform feature. In other words, it can be used across platforms. We can use it across platforms. It's essence for us to know that it is a good feature of Java that can run. It's code written in Java can run in across platforms. So the other thing could be, so there are a few things that I have mentioned here, and the first one is when Java was developed. We say it was developed in 1991, but it was released in 1995 by a guy called James Gosling. And this guy was working for a company called Sun Microsystems. So late after the release of Java in 1995, Java was acquired by Oracle. So right now as we speak, or as the making of this video, then Java is maintained by Oracle. So the next thing that we need to talk about is the usage of Java, the various areas Java is used. LT5, yeah. Sina. Sorry? 5 sharp. Okay, so the usage of Java The usage of Java. Java has multiple uses, and the first one that I will talk about is we use Java for web development. Java is used for web development. Java is also used for desktop development. We also use Java for mobile development. It is actually the best when it comes to Android development. Number 4, we use it for game development. It's taking second position after C++ in game development. Number 5, we use it in distributed processing. etc. Java has so many usage. Okay, the next thing that you need to run you through is the features of Java. What features does Java have that make it that used? So the first feature that we'll talk about is the OOP, which is object-oriented programming. So Java is an object-oriented programming language. I will have a lesson or many lessons just explaining the object-oriented programming concept, so I'm not going into the details right now. Feature number 2 is, I already mentioned this, is platform independence. Another platform independence, I said that code that is written in Java can run across different platforms. We will also have a discussion of that. The third one is that Java, it has what we call strong type checking. Now if you have a background in from C, you would realize that if you declare a variable as a type of integer in C, a type of float in C, a type of integer in C, then you assign it a value that is of double. Now what happens is Java automatically truncates that value and stores the integer part in the variable you declared as an integer variable. But that is not going to, C++ does that, but Java does not do that. Truncation. So it is very strong when it comes to type checking. Then we have another feature, we call it compilation and interpretation. Java code undergoes compilation, undergoes interpretation. We have the fifth feature, which is garbage collection. I really love garbage collection. I'll have lessons explaining garbage collection, but generally garbage collection simply means when you create objects, or in other words, we can simply say it is the ability of Java to automatically find objects that are unused, objects and variables that are unused, and then removes them to make sure that it releases memory, it frees memory, and that memory can be reassigned to other variables or other objects. Then it also has it allows multi-threading. I'm going to talk about multi-threading later. Yeah, but basically multi-threading is a whole topic of discussion when it comes to Java. Then it is secure. Very important. Security is very important. Now the security in Java comes to the fact that there are no memory reference leaks. If you compare it to C++, C++ has pointers that can lead to memory leaks. This one, Java does not have memory leaks. So we talk about number 8 is a feature. I say Java is robust. When I talk about robust, I'm talking about exception handling. It is giving us very great exception handling features. So all these are features that we will see as we discuss and as we learn Java. We will see some of these features in application, the object-oriented programming, we will see this strong type checking in application. We will talk about garbage collection. We'll talk about multi-threading and the what we call exception handling. So the next thing that we need to talk about in this lesson is how a Java program is run or is executed. How a Java program is executed. I'm just introducing the lesson to you. How a Java program is executed. So normally, we write code we write code in a human readable format using a programming language, and we call that code source code, which is a code that the computer does not understand. So you write a program, you write a Java program, and when you write a Java program, you store it in a file, and you give that file a .java extension. So the first thing that you will actually do is writing a Java program. This is the program, and you give this program the .java extension. So if maybe it's a hello world program, you say hello world.java. Then that will be your source code. Then once you have your source code, once you have the source code, the next thing you can actually do is having that code that is written as source code. It will need to be converted to a format that the computer can understand, and that work is done by a compiler. That work is done by a compiler. We call it compilation. So it is converted into a format that a computer can understand. It is converted into zeros and ones into a format that a computer can understand. Then once the code is converted into a format that a computer can understand, then generally what is going to happen is now the results of that conversion. So the first thing, we wrote source code, which is human readable. Source code is human readable. We write it in a Java programming language, so we can read it as humans. But then computer do not understand our natural language, so we need this code to be converted into machine language. So here we have a compiler. And the work of the compiler is to convert our source code into machine code. So what we get from this from the compilation is machine code. So the machine code that we get from this compilation now can run. This machine code can run in the various operating systems. So it can run in Windows, it can run in Linux, it can run in Mac OS, etc. So basically that is what is happening. We write code in human readable format. That is what we call source code. The source code is converted into a format that a computer can understand by a software or a program known as the compiler. We call it compilation. And then after that, we are able to run that program or to execute that program in the various operating systems, either in Windows, either in Linux, or in Mac OS, So basically that is how a program is run or is executed in Java. That is how a program is run or is executed in Java. So the next thing we need to understand the anatomy of Java. We need to understand the anatomy of Java. What is Java made of? The anatomy. What is Java made of? So when we look at Java, we look it at as a structure like this one. Let me just draw this structure. We have a structure like this one, and here we have this, um, it's a structure like this one. So to write Java, you need to install a software. You need to install a kit, the Java Development Kit, JDK. So this is the Java Development Kit, the JDK. For you to be able to run Java programs, you need to install the JDK, the Java Development Kit. Okay, so the Java Development Kit is what you install in your machine. Okay, and when you install the Java Development Kit in your machine, it will provide the other things that you need to execute your code. So what other thing do you need? You need something known as JRE, which is Java Runtime Environment. You need something known as JRE, which is Java Runtime Environment. So once you install the JDK, and then you write your program, you can run. So the JDK provides a compiler that can actually compile your program. So once the program that you have written is actually compiled, you are going to get a file, that is the machine code file, which has a .class extension, and then you can run that file. You can run the .class extension using what we call the Java Runtime Environment, the JRE. The Java Runtime Environment will automatically run your machine code or your bytecode when you run the program. Now if you look at the Java Runtime Environment, the JRE, it is running that code with help of 3 other components. That is why I have put 3 boxes here, if you can see, with 3 other components. And the first one is the JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. So it runs with the help of the JVM, the Java Virtual Machine. So what is the JVM? The Java Virtual Machine is actually a virtual environment that is inside it is inside your program. Okay, the Java Virtual Machine is a virtual environment that is inside your program, and it is actually responsible for running your program. It is responsible for running your program. That is the Java Virtual Machine. It is the Java Virtual Machine. Again, having the Java Virtual Machine as a component, you need to remember, we said the Java Virtual Machine is inside the Java Runtime Environment, and it is responsible, or it is the one that runs your program. So for the program, or for your program to be able to achieve the environment, then your program needs to have some runtime libraries. It needs to have several runtime libraries that are actually provided by a component called the class library component. So this is the second component inside the Java Runtime Environment, is the class libraries, the class library components. So it provides several runtime libraries that are going to be used to run your Java program. Okay, we have also another one, a third component that is actually inside the Java Runtime Environment. So if you install JDK, or the Java Development Kit, it provides you with the Java Runtime Environment. It also provides you with the Java Virtual Machine automatically, but you can still install the Java Runtime Environment separately if you do not want to really install if you don't want to install it via the JDK. So you have the Java Runtime Environment gives us the Java Virtual Machine, it gives us the class libraries, then it gives us other libraries. So all these are found in the Java Runtime Environment. All these are found in the Java Runtime Environment. So installing the JDK gives you access to all these three things. Installing the JDK gives you access to all these three things. Okay, very essential and very important. So that's enough for the introduction. We need to move to the second part of the second lesson, and the second lesson is basically installing Java, a JDK, or setting up our coding environment.